Hi, I'm Laura Hoy for Benzinga, and here's a look at what you can expect from the markets today, Thursday, October 17th. Congress made a last-minute deal on Thursday with just hours to go until the U.S. budget deadline. The U.S. government passed a bill which will extend the government's borrowing authority until February 7th and reopen the federal government until January 15th. China's trade ministry warned that falling demand in emerging markets could negatively impact exporters. A spokesperson from the country's commerce ministry said the government will continue to support its exporters in order to ensure trade growth meets its 8% target. In a settlement with the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, J.P. Chase will pay $100 million and admit wrongdoing in the London whale case. The Federal Reserve's Richard Fisher said big banks are to blame for crises and that they've been shielded from failure. He said banks should be forced to rely on equity and raise money in the stock market rather than borrowing. Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper said his country is planning to balance its budget by 2015. The government is also planning to introduce a new law which will require balanced budgets in normal times. Asian markets were higher on the U.S. budget deal. The Japanese Nikkei was up by 0.83%, and Indonesia's JSX Composite was up by 0.50%. The NZ50 was up by 0.36%, and Australia's ASX 200 was up by 0.38%. European markets got off to a rough start on Thursday morning. The UK's FTSE was down by 0.56%, and the Eurozone Stock 600 was down by 0.49%. The German DAX lost 0.76%, and Italy's MIB was down by 0.86%. In commodity markets, Brent futures were up by 0.82% and WTI futures were down by 0.45%. Gold and silver were both little changed, and industrial metals were mixed, with copper down 0.67% but aluminum up 0.11%. In currency markets, the dollar slipped on Thursday. The euro was up by 0.69% against the American currency, and the pound gained 0.73% against the dollar. The yen also gained against the greenback, up 0.80%. Thursday is another heavy day for earnings reports, with earnings releases expected from United Health, Intuitive Services, Verizon, Google, and Goldman Sachs. And that's it for today's Market Primer. I'm Laura Hoy for Benzinga, wishing all of you good luck on your Thursday trades.